No. Welcome back, Pisces, to Pisces TV with Montana B. This is a love reading for Pisces, the Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, wherever Pisces may fall in your chart or in your environment. As we get started with the reading, I just had to laugh because the cards that were shuffled out, the energy that we're in, the meaning for those energies or the story behind them, it just tickled me a little bit. Okay, I noticed that the star energy was really strong a few days ago, and now there's just like this pinpointing to the sun and the moon. So we'll get into why I brought that up in just a moment. But welcome. All of the returners, I appreciate your continued support. And for the newcomers, thank you guys for stopping by as we get started with this reading today. I like it. I think you're going to like it too. And let's go. Any questions or concerns you have, check the description box for all of my contact information for booking and services. The link to Patreon is also in the description box if you want to join us on the other side or for the extended to this video. Here on YouTube, we have the community board, which is so essential, so check that out before you leave. And let's go. Now, I'm going to start with the Nine of Pentacles, right? Here we have the current energy. Independence, okay? Maybe talking to my singles, or for some of you that are focusing on finances. Others of you, you've learned your worth and your value. Maybe seen as unobtainable, like playing hard to get. Or maybe you learned how to do that. Maybe you've dealt with people who behave that way. And it also talks about freedom and liberation. Okay. I kind of saw the yin and the yang energy kind of. And so that's what we're going to talk a little bit about in the reading. Why? Because your last card is the Six of Pentacles. The first card is the Nine of Pentacles. And I thought about Cancer. Okay. So Cancer may fall somewhere in your chart. You could be dealing with one. I know Cancer is also an energy of the moon, as we talk about the moon energy. And the Chariot was in the center. And so notice with the Chariot, it has the duality of the sun, the moon, and then there's the energy of the star. And the star is represented by a pentacle. So we either have 10 pentacles or we have 7 pentacles, which is kind of cool too. Because 7 Pentacles is an energy of investing, and 10 Pentacles to me is an energy of wealth. Okay, so value, and then where that value is or what you see as valuable in relationships, as we are also in a Libra moon. So if you hadn't already, check out the moon reading that we do on Mondays. It has been posted, and the moon is in Libra, which talks about balance and the scales. So again, because of the 9 and the 6, I thought about the yin and the yang. I thought about Cancer. I thought about the moon and the sun. And it's so funny when it comes to the moon and the sun. It's like the sun energy represents the yang. Okay. And it could represent the male, the light, heat, daytime, fire, explosion, and a burst of energy, etc. Whereas the yin energy could be the moon, and it represents female, the darkness, cold, night, or feminine, water, support, and long-lasting energy. Okay? Now, the sun is an energy of, waking up. And the moon is an energy of going to bed. So it was no coincidence that in your daily vibe today, Pisces, you had the Hangman, which in the hue of space kind of represents going from east to west, which is how the sun kind of rises and sets, which is so cool. And then something about this moon in Libra could also be affecting your relationship. But it also talks about the parallel as well as the opposite. It talks about perfect harmony and how one can't live without the other. Like we need the moon and the sun for different reasons, where the sun is like this solar power that gives us light, right? And the moon and the water and the tides and what it does for our system is like inevitable. I have seen a lot of talk for my twin flames, or for those of you in or out of relationships, where it talked about the runner and the chaser, and where you may have learned a lesson there. And for some of you, possibly even released from that, where the other person may now realize certain things and balance and harmony is there. With these Six of Pentacles of now being more giving or attention. Okay. But the Chariot, the challenge is being on the same page, where we have working together, equal give and take, or this energy of independence. So it's kind of like, if I'm working on myself, or doing me, or I just want to be single, maybe I can't give you what it is that you want. And then others of you may even be reevaluating what it is that that you want, or what it is that you can give, or what it is that you'll be receiving. Okay. Now, when the sun rises, the radius of the sun takes over the darkness. The moon is hiding in space, waiting. You see what I'm saying? But its power still exists. All right. So the moon is behind the power of the sun and plays the supporting role. I like that. It continues controlling movement of the ocean waves, and the ocean waves create wind, and the heat from the sun evaporates the water, turning it into a cloud. Okay? When the cloud gets heavy and mixes with the cold air, it turns into rain or a storm. And the storm creates thunder and lightning. And the lightning occasionally shocks a tree and creates a fire, which is kind of like that tower, burning down some of the forest. Okay. When the fire stops and the ashes cool down, the ashes return to the earth and become soil. The opening of the forest from the fire allows the new seeds to grow. The grass, the flowers, the plants, the young trees, and the open sunny spots support the animals to feed, and the new cycle begins. So it's kind of even like this phoenixy energy. And the more I talk, the sun is just like coming in and shining. And so that is so cool. We also talked about the center and the heart chakra. So those of you that are still here, right? Because some people are like, I came to this reading to talk about my love. But your love life, because it wouldn't have come up for no reason, may have something to do with this yin and this yang. May have something to do with the lovers, which also represent this feminine and masculine energy, which is also a number 6. Okay, so we have that 6 as well in this 6 of Pentacles for my lovers in this branch. All right, now the Emperor is the tree. The branch is a piece of that tree. The Emperor represents stability. Okay, and then so while this isn't a big bark solid old thing, this could even talk about something new or being renewed. So I don't know if it's you, your situation, a particular relationship, or something new, but this branch just represents that it isn't like this old stubborn traditional energy. So that's kind of cool. All right. And because the 9 of Pentacles is in the beginning, where it talks about a release or a need to release, and logistics, and stuff like that. That could have been things that have been dealt with in the past, or some things that are being dealt with now could even be coming toward you with this Chariot card here. So that's kind of cool. But I wanted to focus on the yin and the yang, as it's about these cards as well as your energy and any blocks and the ebb and flow of the situation, which I may be talking about, like I said, the feminine and masculine in this relationship, or just your energy. Okay. So, the power of the sun does not vanish. Okay. It is hidden, becoming a supportive role for the moon. And without the sun's reflection, the moon would not shine, and there would be total darkness. So even on cloudy days, the moon and the sun's energy still exists. If the rotation of the moon, the sun, and the earth stopped or was knocked out of balance, the flow of ki is blocked. The life we know wouldn't exist, or it would be extinct. So the idea of, is it ki? The Q and the I? Whatever. The idea of ki, I think that's how you say it. It's probably not. Was it Q? Q. I've never, how do you pronounce Q without the U? Qui. I don't know. But the energy, the process that I just explained creates the yin and the yang. The yin and yang also created the Q. Q is life. Life is Q. we find the balance in life to create perfect harmony. Okay. So that's what I got on the yin and the yang energy, where everything is necessary. Balance, inner peace, perfect harmony. And we'll talk a little bit about these stars too. Now, traditionally with the Nine of Pentacles, or when I talked about the Six of Pentacles and the Lovers, your partner, for some of you, may spend some money on you. I like that. Or you may be spending some money, or a need to kind of like I said, balance out your finances. So some of you may not even be into this whole relationship aspect because you focusing on some other things. Now, with this Nine of Pentacles starting your reading, where we talked about the current energy, we will get into that in the extended, because I feel like some of you that may have been waiting to start a relationship, or waiting for someone to come back, or to show you more attention, or to give something to you, that is very possible. Okay, so where you start out as liberated and independent, for some of you, and single, there's an end to, someone giving you something, and we're going to talk about what that giving is, okay, and how this Chariot is affecting your situation. Until next time, Pisces, namaste.